Hey yo, you know who this is. It's the Don, Tony Teflon. Cheer, House Teflon. Cheer, we pull the strings. Cheer. And this is a season 4, episode 3, the Break Your Chains review. I really wish this wasn't a non-spoiler review, because I would have a lot more to say. But we're going to keep it like we do it. And the way I say we do it is we do this for the people who done only watch the show. So basically, here we go. We're going to get into this thing. And, you know, I wait. Like, when I'm waiting for these shows to come out, it's kind of like, you know, like I'm a kid on Christmas morning. Like, I'm dying to get to bed and wait until 9 o'clock hits to see this stuff. And I wish I had better stuff to say about this video. I really do. I really wish I had a lot. But in all honesty, it deviates away from the books a lot. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of weird and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to first start off with Sansa escaping. As always, when I do my reviews, I'm not recapping the whole video. That's not my style. I'll just give you a couple of top moments that I think we have to talk about. Sansa escaping. So I guess we see Sansa escape. You know, we see Ser Dantos. She hustles her out of King's Landing. And if you were a book reader, you would notice that this is the same exact route that when Ned came to King's Landing and Littlefinger came and got him and brought him to the brothel to meet Cat, this is the same exact route that he took Ned. I don't know if they used the same exact scene and stuff like that. I doubt it. And but it would have been better if they really did. Then people would have picked up on that. So if you'd have knew that, then you would know Dantos is taking us to Littlefinger. I'm sure people were shocked when they seen the boat out there. It was Littlefinger. But have you really think that drunken dude would really have the skills to pull anything like that off? I mean, come on, for real. So obviously Littlefinger pulling the strings in the sense saying that he was the one who had Ser Dantos working for him the whole time. Now in the book, he is actually working for him the whole time. You don't just see him at that one scene where Sansa saves him, disappears till now. He's working the whole time through, talking to Sansa, hanging out with Sansa, doing different things for her, trying to get her to trust him and stuff like that. They didn't really go into that. I wish they would have done that earlier in the show, so then you wouldn't have to worry about that, and you would have seen that and stuff. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? So then he gets her there, and then he's working for gold. Peter Baelish is there. He grabs Sansa up and tells her the bottom line, like he told her before. Everybody is a liar, and we're all better than you. And as soon as he says that to her, he goes, "Now come with me and trust me," right? Which is kind of weird and funny. And he said, but then she shoots Ser Dantos and shoots him down. She gets all horrified, and he's like, "Listen, this guy's a drunk. He's gonna tell. This is what drunk people do. We can't trust this guy. The only way to trust him, if someone get paid for gold, is give him a crossbow bolt to the head," and that's what he took. Now in the books, they also set him on fire, and they didn't do that and stuff like that. Oh my God! So then we got Margaery, all right? Let's talk a little bit about Margaery Tyrell. So you got Margaery, and she's sitting there. Now obviously Margaery's not in on anything, because you see her sitting there all mad, not even knowing if she is really married to Joffrey, or if she's the queen, or she's not the king, and stuff like that. But then you have Lady Olenna rather happily telling her that the Lannisters still need their help and everything else. So actually, on someone else's page, somebody was like, I don't know, like trying to talk to me about this situation. I recently did a video on Littlefinger, and I was trying to explain to him, not saying anything with a spoiler, but I was trying to explain to him, and they kept coming back with the whole situation after this, that, you know, they didn't need the Highgarden's help and yada yada this and yada yada that and everything else. Well, obviously, from this video, you could see that she's saying it, that they still need her help. So I gotta say that anything in the books that's of major importance, they're gonna do in the show. If it's not of major importance, they're not gonna do it in the show. You know what I mean? So I really think that it's a good spot right there. With them too, I like the acting there and everything else, and I think they do a really good job hammering that out. But as obviously he says, you know, they still need us, and he has a younger son, which is good. So let's go to the younger son. Let's talk about Tommen and Cersei. So we're sitting there, and we got Joffrey's dead body, you know, with the things on his eyes, just like Jon Arryn. And he's in this Septa Baelor. And he's sitting there, and then you have Cersei and them. And Tywin comes in there, and he don't even care that the body's warm or cold. It's still a little warm or cold or whatever. He just goes right in to seize Tommen's mind and try to take Tommen away from his mother. Just like that. And he wisely starts doing it. And he tells him 3 stories of 3 kings who had 3 different flaws in their own way. Alright? And he's trying to explain to him, listen, the bottom line is, listen to me, you'll be good. Listen to me, you'll be good. Any other thing, you won't be that good. Which is the truth in life. And I tell people all the time, the number one thing that people do, especially in business, is they get all these degrees or whatever. Then they hire people with more degrees than them, but then they don't want to take these people's advice. If you hire people because they're smart, take their advice. That's why you hired them. And that's basically what he's trying to explain to Tommen. Cersei's just sitting there. It's kind of crudish and stuff like that. He's doing it right in front of the body. But that is the worst thing that gets done in front of this body. Let's get serious. You know what I mean? So it ain't that. So I do like Saddam Noonspa, which is Tywin Lannister. If you don't know, he played Saddam Noonspa in The Golden Child, which is one of my favorite movies growing up with Eddie Murphy and stuff. It's real funny. You should look at it. And so Saddam Noonspa goes off, and Tywin Lannister goes off, and he takes the nephew there. So obviously we know the marriage pack is still there for the Tyrells. Like I said before, they need the Tyrells. That's the bottom line. They are still at war. All right. So that's that. And so then you have Jaime comes in there. All right. Now for all you people, all right. For all of you people who sit here and you tell me how nice of a guy Jaime Lannister is, and he's redeeming, he's your favorite character, and I keep telling you how much of a piece of shit that deserves to die he is, though it goes away from the books, it explains my point perfectly, that this man is a piece of shit. And let's take a look what this man's history is. I mean, that's basically the only thing we can do. We have a man who has stolen a little boy from a 5-story building, all right? He's killed his own cousins to escape brutally. They just killed him easy death, knocked him over the head with a rock and beat him down, all right? Fucks his sister, all right, and has kids with her. Now he rapes his sister in front of his son's cousins, son cousin, because, you know, it's get down like son nephew or whatever, body. And while she's telling him no, this fucker, I don't care. I don't care. I gotta have you now. I just have to have you in front of this dead body. And it's weird because you could see the dead body just sitting there and just looking at him basically while he's doing this and raping this. So, I mean, it sets it up for Cersei to really hate him and have a reason to hate him. And he's like, how can I love such a hateful woman? Motherfucker, how could she love a rapist sister fucker? Fucking look in the fucking Kingslayer. Look in the fucking mirror, son. I can't stand that dude. And I hope he gets what he gets and stuff. I just hope he gets killed. That's just my personal opinion. I really hope he does. Going from that scene, you go right to Sam and Gilly. Now, these are 2 other characters. Gilly I don't mind, but Sam is a bitch. And I really, I can't deal with bitches. I'm more of, and that's the bottom line. I cannot deal with bitches. I can't stand them. Sam's too much of a bitch. He's so much of a bitch that he has to take his chick and put her on this dirty-ass floor, disgusting, with these crazy-looking people. And I thought the wildlings were supposed to be wild. These people are disgusting in Molestown. Disgusting. So either, the way I see it, either she's staying there for a little bit and coming back, or this is a way for the show to get her off. Because she's not that pivotal. We'll see what happens there. I don't know how they're going to do it. You know what I mean? But, it's disgusting, and there's not really much to say about that scene. You get Jon there. Basically, you can see Jon asserting himself, becoming Lord Commander, kind of. And, because you have the other guy who hates him, and then you have Sir Janos Flint, who seems like all of a sudden he's the number 2 in the command because he could just talk his way into it because he led the City Watch. And then that really grasping how big the threat the Wilding Army really is and stuff like that. They don't know it. So they show the Wilding Army to us and show you exactly why they need to be on the other fucking side of the wall, because these people are fucking savages. They're just going around killing people for no reason and just murdering kids and everything else and little things. And alright, the Thenns. I'm going to have to say this. This is not a spoilery situation. It's like I said, none of it will be. But I do not like this. I like the way they look, but this is just ridiculous. They have taken the Thenns and basically made them the Segosi. I wonder if they're going to make the Segosi the Thenns later on and stuff like that. The real Thenns, the way they're supposed to be. Because these dudes are just cannibal, eating people, and that is not the way they were meant to be in the book. And that's the bottom line. No one can tell me different. In the book, the Thenns are basically the lords on the other side of the wall. They have society just like Westeros. They have a Magnar, which the name means lord, but that's also his name, of Thenn. I don't think they showed it. If that guy they keep showing is the Magnar, then that's stupid. Because this guy is supposed to be, to them, like a god, and they're supposed to bow down to him. And this guy just isn't, and he's supposed to be crafty. There is something that happens with the Thenns later on that I don't even think they can do, portraying them this way. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that scene with the Thenns, me personally, and stuff like that. So it's it's kind of, I don't like the way, I like the Thenns, I like the way they look, and I like the way they're acting. I like the way finally they showed the wildlings acting wild and show that this is the threat that's gonna come to Westeros. This is why they must be stopped, and not just people on the other side of the wall trying to escape the White Walkers. These are savages, like Conan the Barbarian type people, just trying to come across it. And and Ygritte just with that bow, what the fuck? She just taking motherfuckers out like Hawkeye. I didn't think she was that nice, and the bow don't look that like it could be that accurate, but obviously it is. All right, let's go to Tywin and Oberyn, and Gisli is trying to say that, even though you're my enemy, I have another enemy, so the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I guess they're trying to run that line. One thing I don't like about this scene is that, not that he's in there with a guy, which, it's got nothing to do with, not that I don't like it or do like it, it's got nothing to do with me. This is just the way the show goes down, and this is his character, and I understand that. But every scene, every time I see this motherfucker, he's got to be fucking with some butt-naked person. I mean, I don't mind the women at all, you know what I mean? Straight up. And even though that girl with the red hair has a really nice ass and her face is chopped up, right? Let's say this chick is definitely busted. But me personally, I don't mind an ugly face chick with a nice ass. Because these pretty chicks, they get hit on all the time, and I've been with so many pretty chicks, and it's such a pretty face wise, it's such a hassle to deal with these chicks because they're getting hit on all the time, and sometimes it's better to have a chick with a nice body with not that good of a face, because bottom line is, light's going on anyway. And you just grab on what you're grabbing on. So it be what it be, you know what I mean? If you don't got that, what the fuck the face matter for anyway? And I think every woman is gorgeous when she's about to blow. Anyway, in that light. That's just me. What am I talking about? Let me get back on. So, this dude fucking again, Tywin comes in there, and Tywin basically looks like a little bitch in this scene to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know that it happened, but my better men, sometimes they don't listen to their lord. Listen, obviously Tywin knows and stuff like that, but he's, and then he offers him the small council. In the books, he already has a small council. He doesn't have to offer him anything. That was already agreed to. That's why he came up there, to take his seat, you know what I mean? But it was supposed to be his brother that came and took the seat, but he came instead. All right? So, he kind of bends the knee to this dude. But Tywin's strategy. We need them because we have right now we have Daenerys with 3 dragons. We have Stannis over here. We're going to have Aegon coming up soon. And it's weird, especially this whole thing, the way they do it in the show, because obviously I got into a discussion with someone on the forum, and it was like they didn't know about these things in the book. And they were saying, oh, they don't know about these things. But obviously they do know about these things. Now, this is because the book doesn't focus in on every aspect of everything. It shows you someone's point of view. So someone may know something that this person's point of view is not saying that this person knows. Obviously from the show, Tywin knows everything. He knows all about Daenerys drag, and he takes it all seriously. To the point where he has to tell this dude, you're the only people that resisted him before, so y'all must have some type of technique that we're going to need. And he's like, oh, you need me. Oh, we need each other. You know what I mean? So that's basically the thing. And then he's like ready to serve the mountain right up. Serve him up to him. Like, yeah, I can make this happen for you. You know what I mean? No problem. If you want this to go down like this, I'll bring him right to you. But you just got to do this for me. Which, Tywin, if struck me of anything, he always strikes me as a loyal person. You know what I mean? He's pretty loyal. I haven't seen him throw anyone under a bus, especially his bannermen. Even when they were killing everyone in the Harrenhal and stuff like that, he still stuck with him. He may scream on him and stuff like that, but he still stuck with him. Alright. Patrick and Tyrion in the cell. So you basically have Tyrion in the cell going over everything, trying to figure out and trying to really put it on his dad. If anyone you see, he's trying to put it on Tywin, saying Tywin's had the most to gain from this situation. And that's basically how you have to judge situations like this. Who has the most to gain from this situation, right? And if you look at it from what Tyrion's perspective, it has to be Tywin. Tywin had a hard time controlling Joffrey, and he knows he has time in the bag. Obviously, you see him talking to Tywin that quick. So it could be a good thing. And that's what I think Tywin was thinking when he was talking to him. Like, you know what? He's dead, but this may be a blessing in disguise. You got rid of this motherfucker right now. You know what I mean? So that's what Tyrion's leaning towards. So now Tyrion's thinking, listen, if my father is the one who did this, then I have to worry about the people he put on my council. And he has Mace Tyrell and now Oberyn. So now he figures he has two of the three judges in his pocket. And if he did do it, then Tyrion's doomed. But, you know, Tywin's never been the type person to try to kill off his kin. Ever. You know what I mean? So I can't see them trying to kill his kin off and stuff like that. So I really can't see him wanting Tyrion dead like that. And everything else. Anything else go down in this stuff like that? Let's talk about the man himself, Stannis Baratheon. We don't get enough of him. You know, and I really thought this episode we were going to get a lot of Stannis, but we didn't. But basically what the episode breaks down for is Stannis is sitting there with no money, no nothing, can't figure it out. Davos goes and talks to his daughter, and she gives him an idea of exactly how he can get some money from Braavos to build himself an army. Stannis is not about it. He's like, oh, you get some cell swords, and he's like, well, you doing magic? You might as well do cell swords too, which ain't that bad because Daenerys got her fucking cell swords and everything else. You know what I mean? So I don't see that being so bad and stuff like that. It works for her. Why can't it work for you? You the man. You the king. You deserve anything. So that's how his thing goes. His thing goes up. I wish they would show more of him and stuff like that. All right. So now we have Daenerys. Let's take this whole thing now. Daenerys' champion, the champion of Meereen, comes out, and I guess they have taken him and they have merged him with Strong Buah, which I wish they didn't, but they have merged him with that character doing the same thing, basically, and stuff like that. Daenerys Nohardis goes out there, the guy charges, he throws a knife in him. To me, only thing I could think of when I seen that scene was Indiana Jones, when he pulled the gun out and the guy was swinging the sword around and stuff like that, and he looked back at the camera after he did it and just winked. That's what I thought of when I seen it. So so we had Color Purple last week, a little Indiana Jones this week, you know what I mean? So he throws a knife at him, he hits him, and then chops the dude, which is, listen, that's so, really, if the guy falls off a horse running that fast, then what are you going to do, you fool? The shit just came out there like he was somebody. So then you have him kill that. Then you have Daenerys. You know, I like the way they portray it, kinda. You know, I think that she's more conqueror and stuff like that. They should do that a little bit more. But you see her, she throws the barrels over of all the chains and stuff like that broken, trying to give them the idea. This is what I'm really here to do. I'm here to, you know, to break your chains. I'm here to do this stuff like that. You know. So that's basically what that sets up. Like, she wants them to turn on their masters before, so she doesn't have to really do anything to them and stuff like that, you know? I think that's her plan. Obviously, I don't believe that's what's going to happen and anything like that. But I do believe that's what her plan is. Is there anything else I could talk about? Daenerys scene was alright. I'm sick of seeing her in that outfit. I think she wish she changed her clothes. Is there anything else, you know? The whole thing with the Barrett, you know, I need you, you go, you do it. obviously that's the guy she wanted to do it regardless and stuff like that. Anything else happened in this episode that I'm leaving out? Let me go right from the beginning. Let me think real quickly in my head. Audrey, Alana, Peter Baelish, Martell's, anything else? Podrick. I mean, Podrick, was it sad that he has to leave? I guess it's sad, but, you know, in all honesty, he's got to get out the city, and that's the bottom line. I guess they were going, you know, look, they try to give Peter Dinklage the most moments that people are going to talk about the next day and stuff like that. But, you know, it's alright. So, basically, that's all I can really say about this video and stuff like that without spoiling everything. And so, I'm going to have to give this video, last week I gave it the week before, first one was 7.5. The week after that was 7.5. And this week right here gets 7.5. I can't go up. I can't go down. It's not worse than the episodes, but it really isn't any better than the other episodes. It's like I said, the treading water is staying right there. It wasn't anything special or mind-blowing. It was just an episode. It was good. I was happy I seen it, but you know, when the episode has got me, I'll watch it 2 times to maybe 3 in a row. I just watched that episode once, and I went to bed after it, you know what I mean? So, it was good, but it wasn't great, but it's still there. It's still Game of Thrones, and I still love it. So, yo, you know who I am. I'm the Don, baby. Tony Teflon. House Teflon. And I need you to subscribe. I need you to like. And I need you to comment. When you do all those things, these videos get some love. I get some more views. Everything is happy. And thank you for the person who said in their comments that I do a good job, especially in my videos that are non-spoilers. I think you put on the Littlefinger video. And go check that out if you haven't seen that. And check out my Cersei and Jaime equal Targaryen plus a dusky woman thing. I think that was a very good video I did too. But thank you for the person who said that I deserve more subscribers than I have and stuff like that. But help me get the word out. Subscribe, comment, share, do all that stuff. You know what I mean? Because I'm the Don, baby. House Teflon. And you know what we do? We pull the strings. Cheer! See you next week.